AI is firing you straight into a promotion. Sounds strange, right? We're so used to hearing about AI taking jobs, replacing humans, and making people irrelevant that the idea of AI propelling you forward feels almost unbelievable. But that's exactly what's happening right now. AI isn't just disrupting industries, it's rewriting the definition of what makes someone valuable at work. And those who understand this shift, those who are willing to pivot, adapt, and reframe their skills, aren't being left behind. They're being promoted. They're stepping into brand new opportunities that didn't even exist 5 years ago. And that's what Feature Friday is all about, showing you what roles are disappearing, what roles are emerging, and how you can position yourself so that when AI fires your old job, it promotes you into a new one. Now, let's make this very clear. AI doesn't fire people in the same way a manager does. It doesn't sit you down, slide a paper across the desk, and say, "We no longer need you." AI replaces tasks, not people. But the truth is, when the majority of the tasks that define a job are automated, the job itself becomes vulnerable. And that's where many people get stuck. They panic. They see their current job title on a list of roles at risk, and they assume that's the end of the road. But the winners, the ones who are getting promoted, look at those same lists and ask, what's the next version of this role? What's the pivot that takes my current skills and makes them future ready? Consider data entry clerks. That role is gone. AI can process, clean, and categorize massive amounts of data in seconds, faster and more accurately than any human typing at a keyboard. But does that mean the end of data entry professionals? Not if they pivot. Instead of becoming obsolete, those same professionals can upskill into data quality analysts. Same data, different value. Instead of inputting numbers, you are supervising the AI, validating results, and interpreting anomalies. And here's the kicker. Data entry clerks used to make $35,000 to $40,000 a year on average. A data quality analyst, you're looking at salaries starting at $65,000 and climbing past $90,000, depending on industry and specialization. That's not a layoff. That's a promotion waiting to happen if you pivot. Let's look at payroll clerks. For decades, payroll has been a stable, predictable role. But payroll platforms like ADP, Paycom, and Workday now automate 80% of the heavy lifting. What happens to the human payroll specialist? Do they disappear? Not at all. They pivot into HR automation specialists. They become the ones who don't just process paychecks, but design, oversee, and troubleshoot the automated workflows that ensure accuracy and compliance. Average payroll clerks earn around $48,000. HR automation specialists, they can command $75,000 to $110,000. Once again, AI isn't firing you, it's promoting you. Now let's think about telemarketers. Once the backbone of sales outreach, they're increasingly replaced by chatbots, automated email funnels, and AI driven customer engagement platforms. But the pivot here is powerful. Telemarketers who understand customer psychology can reframe themselves as AI sales strategists. Instead of making calls all day, they design the scripts, manage escalation paths, and integrate empathy into automation systems. They train the AI to know when a human touch is needed. Telemarketers earn on average $30,000 to $35,000. AI sales strategists, that's $80,000 and above, with top performers clearing six figures. That's a triple in salary, but only if you pivot. And let's talk about customer service reps. We've all called a helpline and been greeted by a chatbot. 70% of basic customer queries are now handled by AI. But when emotions are high, when nuance is needed, the human steps in. That's why the pivot here is into customer experience managers, professionals who design the balance between bot and human, ensuring customers feel heard and supported. Customer service representatives earn an average of $35,000 to $40,000. Customer experience managers, $85,000 to $120,000. Another promotion. Even paralegals are facing disruption. AI is drafting contracts, reviewing documents, and analyzing case law faster than ever. But paralegals who pivot into AI compliance analysts are not only safe, they're in demand. They validate AI output, ensure accuracy, and provide the ethical oversight that no machine can. Traditional paralegals average around $55,000. AI compliance analysts, $100,000 plus. That's a pivot with a raise. And these are just isolated examples. AI disruption is happening across every industry. Designers are moving from graphic design roles into human-centered AI design, ensuring that new tools and interfaces are not just functional, but human-friendly. Salaries move from $50,000 to $100,000 plus. Cybersecurity experts are shifting into AI-driven security roles, defending organizations against threats that didn't even exist 5 years ago. Salaries start at $95,000 and climb past $150,000. Healthcare assistants are evolving into healthcare data and AI ethics professionals, guiding how patient data is collected, interpreted, and applied. Salaries that once hovered at $40,000 can double or even triple with the right pivot. So let's pause here. What's the real takeaway? AI's not ending your career, it's redesigning it. But the ones who will be promoted are the ones who can reframe their identity. If you define yourself as a payroll clerk, AI will automate you out. But if you define yourself as an HR professional who ensures automated systems deliver accuracy and fairness, AI just gave you a raise. If you define yourself as a telemarketer, AI will replace you. But if you define yourself as an AI strategist who builds customer trust, AI just gave you authority. The title isn't just semantics, it's strategy. And here's the fun fact. AI is not just eliminating, it's creating. The World Economic Forum estimates that while 97 million jobs will be disrupted, 133 million new jobs will emerge. That's a net positive of 36 million roles. But they won't have the same titles. They won't look like yesterday's jobs. They'll be hybrid, requiring both technical literacy and human strengths, empathy, creativity, judgment, and leadership. Which means your pivot isn't about becoming a coder or an engineer. It's about becoming AI literate and then layering your unique human skills on top. So what does AI literacy look like in practice? It's as simple as building daily habits. 10 minutes a day, exploring a new AI tool. A weekly post on LinkedIn about what you learned. Updating your resume with results, not just buzzwords. Practicing video interviews with AI feedback so you can see how you really come across. Small, consistent steps that show recruiters you're not just reacting to change, you're leading it. Now let's tie this to real promotions. Data entry clerks are becoming data quality analysts. Payroll clerks are becoming HR automation specialists. Telemarketers are becoming AI sales strategists. Customer service reps are becoming customer experience managers. Paralegals are becoming AI compliance analysts. And beyond that, teachers are becoming AI curriculum designers. Journalists are becoming AI ethics reporters. Financial analysts are becoming AI-enhanced risk strategists. Engineers are becoming smart infrastructure leaders. Each pivot requires curiosity, a willingness to experiment, and a mindset that sees AI not as the enemy, but as the assistant. And the salary jumps, they're not small. They're often $20,000, $40,000, $60,000 increases. In some cases, doubling or tripling income. That's not fantasy. It's happening right now, which means the biggest risk isn't that AI will replace you. The biggest risk is that you'll refuse to pivot, and someone else will take the promotion meant for you. So, what should you do this weekend? Audit your tasks. Ask yourself, which of my daily activities could AI already do? Then ask, what's the human layer on top of that task? That's your pivot. That's your promotion. Then test one AI tool. Document what happens. Share it on LinkedIn. Update your resume. Tell your story. Because strategy isn't theory, it's visible proof. So let's land this feature Friday. AI isn't just disrupting jobs, it's disrupting the definition of what makes you valuable. The winners aren't the most technical, they're the most adaptable. The ones who don't just see the wave coming, but learned how to surf it. The ones who let AI fire them from repetitive tasks so they can be promoted into roles that require leadership, empathy, and vision. That's you. That's the opportunity. And that's the future of work. So if this helped you reframe your career strategy, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe for more weekly strategies to rise above the noise, stand out above the rest, and land your dream job in the AI era. And share this with a friend who's worried about their job security. Because the truth is, AI isn't firing us out of the workforce. It's firing us straight into promotions. The only question is, will you pivot? I'll see you tomorrow.